Those trees in the wedge are freaking huge.
Bro, it's like the size of the pyramid over there. Holy crap.
Big tree.
Big tree.
I feel like I'm playing a game in 1999.
Yo, kind of does, bro. Yeah, dude, the UI looks like fucking Windows XP, man.
All right, we'll get started, and then during halftime, I'll try to figure out tokens.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are in a. If you go to select map, go to Careen Sands. You guys are currently in the bottom, the very, very bottom city, the largest city on the on the continent. The city is named Irun, E-R-U-N. The Careen Sands. Thank you, Mr. DM.
We're doing God's work.
You guys have all been in this continent for varying periods of time, and you guys are all currently in this city. We have Inuria, a young Kenku male who is leading around a gnome druid by the name of Haladan. Haladan, a few days ago, you paid this Inuria kid who claimed to be a local of the continent to show you around the city and the nearby areas around the city, and looking for new flora, fauna, just things you haven't seen. This is very recently that you even came to this continent, and you're not really sure what it has around it. You're just looking for land and for things that are different than what you've seen. You're purely looking for exploration and for discovery reasons. Inuria, you have been on this continent your entire life. It's all you know. And so after you came to Idrun, probably a few months ago, would you say?
That's about right.
You've just been finding work in the meantime to earn some coin to eventually do something more than just hang around this continent. So you guys can start interacting as you wish.
All right. Well, I appreciate all the help, young fella. I appreciate you showing me around. There's a lot of stuff out here. I didn't expect anything to be able to grow out here. I guess nature does find a way indeed. So how much do I owe you?
I don't exactly understand it. It wasn't exactly that hard. To be honest, I thought it was a little bit harder than I expected myself. Nuria kind of looks a little bit like lost, but because to him it kind of just seems foreign that someone cares about vegetation in the middle of nowhere. But so he takes like a small pause to think to himself. I would say maybe a solid, I don't know, 10 silver. That sounds good enough to me.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to throw in a tip. How about 15 silver?
I mean, I'm not exactly going to say no to that. But, no, all right.
I mean, I kind of wish we could have gone a little further out, a little further ranging, but I understand it's a little dangerous, just the two of us. You know, you're a young fella, and I'm kind of an older guy.
I mean, you are not wrong in this assumption, but it's, I mean, we could definitely, I mean, you seem to have some form of wealth to you. We could definitely find someone to possibly help us venture out. There's more than meets the eye out in this sense.
Well, if you say so. I mean, if you want to, we can stick together. We can look around, see what we can find out around in this town. It seems like a larger town than what I expected in this place. I'll tell you what.
Yes, it is quite the bustling metropolis. I guess we can head towards the guild or something. We could see what's happening around there. But our transaction first, if you will, just to make sure I am taken care of.
Oh, sure, of course. Hand him his 15 silver.
Yoink.
So wait, what's the
So-
starting goal, by the way? You said it was for everybody, right?
That was your starting goal.
Different per person, actually.
Every person got a different goal
Correct.
based on their
Oh.
background, based on their situation. So you took that gold, bought whatever you wanted with it, and then keep whatever was left over.
Oh, okay. I see.
The Jedi is
And if you-
broke.
And if you guys want to buy more things while you're in town or whatever, just like tell me or say that you're going to look for something, and it's your goal. Do whatever you want with it.
Jed's fucking
Don't
broke.
worry. I DM'd Mr. DM about a certain item that I was gonna get, so don't worry, guys. About to make a grand entrance.
Wait, what? Sir?
Yeah. Wait, is it the one I saw on your character sheet or no?
No,
Oh, okay.
he gave me a starting amount, which was
Yep.
a reasonable amount, and I sent him a DM and I said, "Hey, can I buy this?" And it was a screenshot of airship, 20,000 gold.
What?
Oh my god.
comes like standing on the top.
20,000 gold.
of the steps, jumps off, lands
Bro.
in the middle of the
Lands
crowd.
gracefully.
What the?
This guy.
Holy.
So after the exchange, after giving him some cash, you guys, he leads you towards the center of town where the guilds usually are, and kind of people from the guilds typically hang out at. As you're on your way there, you guys pass by I'm forgetting races now. You
Okay, there's
guys,
a lot.
you guys pass by a human, an older human acolyte who is in kind of an acolyte or cleric getup, and he is debating with another human acolyte of similar clothing but different colors and different insignias. You guys can recognize the latter as an acolyte of Tyr, the god of judgment and the god of like retribution and kind of equal judgment. And as these two are arguing, you hear the cleric or the acolyte of Tyr say, "What do you mean? That she embodies order?" And enter Decimus.
Oh.
Well, of course, that's what they preached at the temple, that she was the deity of order, and she brought order to the life of everyone.
She brings order in some senses, sure, but I just Tyr is the true embodiment of order. He's a greater god for one, but second, your god she's a god that practices and deals with
goddess, please.
Goddess. I apologize. I'm sorry, sir. She deals in supports magics that are not just.
I don't know what you're talking about. Everything that I've read in my very long and illustrious career as an acolyte of the Temple of Ouijas has proved otherwise.
I don't know what to tell you. I have tried to be clear and patient with you over this past. What have I been standing here for 40 minutes? I guess I just can't get it through to you, and I hate to say it, but I guess we have to just agree to disagree on our patrons at this point. I don't understand yours, and you very clearly don't understand mine.
I guess that is where we have to stand then, unfortunately. I am sorry that you could not see the goodness of Ouijas today, good sir.
I hope someday I may be able to, if such is as you say. And this human acolyte of Tyr that seemed much more frustrated walks away, leaving the older acolyte of who he claimed Ouijas, who I'm not sure if either of you guys would know as a deity.
Roll a history check. A religion check.
Religion.
Sure, yeah, they
First
yeah,
roll of the game. Let's go.
if either of you guys, Inuria or Hal, would like to roll a religion check, you could.
I think I would just walk up and ask him.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. All right.
Hey, excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing your conversation there. I ain't never heard of a goddess named Weejass. What exactly is she the goddess of?
Oh, she is the most glorious goddess of order. She brings order to everyone and every living thing. She is the best.
Well, I mean, I think I would have heard of her if she brought order to everything.
That's what they taught me in the temple, and I'm just here to preach it.
I understand that. Personally, I'm a follower of Robot High. I am a druid. I'd like to embrace nature. I do believe there is some order in nature. Maybe your goddess Weejass brings a little bit of order to nature herself.
That's quite possible. I guess I will have to do some more research on that.
So what brings you out here to Erun?
Well, recently my parents passed away of old age. May they rest in peace. And I decided that I wanted to take it upon myself to preach the good word of Weejass to people who were not in the order and who could possibly benefit from her teachings.
What about you, Nuria? You ever heard of this Weejass?
No, I have not heard of it. Being out in the sands, we have our own occult following.
You say a cult following?
Yes, very very tribalistic things. It's hard to explain if you're not from the area. And an area watches where the tier. How far is the tier follower gone? Has he gone like pretty far? Is he just kind of like in the crowd talking to whoever as well?
He went into the crowd, but you do know of a nearby temple of Tyr that he likely went towards.
Okay.
If you're asking directly, like just distance, how far he is, he might be 100 feet away from you at this point, maybe.
Okay.
Bing bang.
All right. No, he's got nothing. He's just kind of slunk back in the back, waiting for Halladin to be done. Halladin, I suggest we move on with our little adventure. We're trying to get on ahead.
Oh, sure. I was still kind of interested in learning about this Weejass. I like to learn about all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? So, what was your name again, young fella? I know you're older, but you're a little bit younger than me.
Well, that's very kind of you, good sir. My name is Decimus.
Well, Decimus, would you like to walk and talk with us?
Sure. I'll join along and let you pick my brain about my goddess.
All right, let's go. Nuria, you coming?
Yes.
You know you ain't got to. I ain't paying you no more. But...
I mean, I assume if I keep following you, there's more go to follow if I lead you out front.
I tell you what, you find me something to smoke and we'll talk. We'll talk.
It's like Bobby with the gold. Oh, gold, huh? Got the gold.
Just to let you know, Helen, there's quite a few things to smoke, but I personally am not a fan of these things that would have to be your own thing to look up.
Oh, okay, right on. I can understand that.
Anuria just kind of trails behind and just follows you guys around while you guys are chit-chatting.
As you guys do continue chatting, all three of you roll a perception check, and Inuria roll a history check.
There we go. First rolls of the game, baby.
Oh shit! Where do I don't see perception.
Okay, so it's a big long list in your skill list on your.
Right, that should be right down the middle.
It's in the very middle. So it goes medicine, nature, perception.
Oh, see it.
Click on that number.
Yes.
3. Oh, a giga history check.
Good history check.
What?
You're still loading apparently.
Yours is still loading for me, Hal.
Yeah, it's a
Okay, there we go.
I got a 5.
All right. Yeah.
Why is
And-
this shit so slow?
Would you roll a bit? Oh,
I
you
don't
rolled
know.
13. Okay.
It was a little slow.
Um, If you guys, just as a preface, if you guys do roll with dice, IRL, that's cool with me. Just tell me what you got when it rolls.
Yep, my shit hasn't come in yet.
Okay, all good. All good.
It'll
Easy.
be
My
for
dice
next-
are upstairs. Hold up, I can go get my dice.
Oh
My character's not here yet.
God. The character's not here yet.
Quick, introduce him now.
Yeah.
There's some down.
Guy comes flying down from the heavens. It's me,
And paralyzed.
Onir.
Yeah, that's funny.
My shit will be in for next week. I think it'll be here Friday. And then I will be rolling certain things with dice, with real dice.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't really care whatever you roll in game or
You get like
sorry,
another-
online or offline, but just
Another camera for
Whenever-
dice cam.
dice cam.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll set my webcam up to do dice cam then instead.
I don't care.
No, I'm just
YouTube cares.
Doesn't even have the first. Wait, how many episodes were you missing from the facade?
Stop! I just spit again,
Yeah,
dude.
this guy.
I told you this one. I'm gonna do all of them.
Okay.
Committed now.
So
I know how to do
with the perception checks, I'll say that. Where'd my internet page go? Okay. Decimus, you kind of realize that over the past 15-20 minutes, a lot of people have been walking around your kind of where you've been standing or sitting. A lot of people have been moving around you more than you're used to for this town, and they're all moving in the same direction. Like just kind of the crowd is naturally moving toward the center of town. Not in like a rushed fashion, but just like there's something to see.
Mm-hmm. Hey, guys, it looks like there's some commotion going on in the town center. You want to go check it out?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
That's fine. I mean, there's always something going on and commotion in the center. Might as well.
So as you guys get closer to the center of town, as you guys get closer to the center of town, you reach the you reach what everyone's walking towards. It is the very, very large and grand theater of Adrian. The theater is usually home to plays or public service announcements, debates, government issues, things like that. It's kind of anything that happens, usually if it's something that gets communicated to the masses, whether it's official or just a random personal thing, doesn't necessarily always have to be scheduled session, but a lot of things happen at this theater. I'd say about every day there is something at least that happens here, sometimes multiple things in a day. It's very open use. So as everyone is heading in this direction, you see when you guys arrive a single female sitting in the center, or not sitting in the center, but kind of standing and talking with some people in the center. People are coming up and saying a couple words to her and then leaving, and then another person comes in, has a short conversation, and then heads to a seat. But kind of the center of attention here is this one half elf female by the name of Liliana. Inuria, you recognize this woman and you know that she has been in town for like the past week. And about every day, she has had a similar story to tell in this center of town. As this commotion is happening, Onir, you are sitting in a nearby, not really nearby to the theater, but kind of on the path to the theater. Onir, you see a large gathering of people, and maybe what you're interested in resides in this crowd of people.
Might be nearby. All right. Onir will stand up from wherever he was sitting. Was I talking to anyone at the time? Would you say, or just
You tell me.
Well, thank you, my friend, for the information at hand, but I must get going. Perhaps I might be able to find some more people with more information up ahead. Thank you.
The Canadian's coming out in him.
I'm sorry, eh?
Sorry.
Worry about
you.
you.
And Onir will walk towards this new commotion.
Okay.
Are we gonna start doing tokens yet?
I have not imported them. So
Oh,
not
okay.
right now. So as you guys are walking towards the amphitheater, all of you, you guys are all maybe. I mean, the Inuria, Hal, and Decimus. You guys are probably sitting next to each other. Onir, you find a seat wherever, and
Preferably in the back. I don't know how intense this is, but I kind of want to see the crowd, you know?
Okay, I would say if you sit like 5 or 6 rows off of the ground, you're probably behind everybody at this point. It's not a huge gathering.
Sitting right here.
You see at the very top of the stands one person standing up.
What a weirdo.
Yeah.
Where would you say everyone else is? Like there's a main group like here and more people here.
Yeah, so
You're not here yet.
I know.
So I would say
playing
that
around again.
most people are kind of in this like kind of quarter, maybe third of a circle.
Okay.
There are some people around here, but I would say like this row is probably the highest that people are sitting, just because not everybody's really packed together. There's no reason to sit really close to the front unless you're hard of hearing or just want to see a little better.
Okay, so I'll sit like right up here somewhere.
Yeah, you could easily see everybody from that view.
Perfect.
And Jedediah, you have been told that this particular person, Liliana, who is going to speak in public today, knows a fair bit about things that aren't necessarily of this plane of existence. So you're probably maybe not waiting for this, but you're kind of sitting waiting for the event to happen, just so maybe you can either speak to her beforehand or afterwards. Your choice.
Okay. Jed will be kind of posted up, I guess, on the wall right here, and lean up against it, head down, so you can't see his face, but you can see like his hat is tipped down.
Sure. Maybe after the 4 of you sit down, I'd say after about 15 minutes of people coming up and chatting with this half elf woman, people start to settle down as she looks like she's preparing to speak. Jedediah, are you going to stay on that back wall?
I'll stay here for right now unless he gets his interest piqued.
Okay, just kind of listening.
Yep.
Okay. And she begins to kind of speak up a little bit, like a loud, exaggerated clearing of her throat to signal that she's going to begin presenting or speaking to the crowd. And what she starts with, after everybody quiets down, is my dear people, this is my final plea for help, as I've had multiple individuals and groups of friends, groups of maybe some families have approached me with interest, but I have had to turn down nearly all of them. I have narrowed down my search for help very, very much in these past few days that I've been here and have been asking, and this is the final day that I was able to really schedule, and I hope that this one final larger than past few days crowd may have some adventurers, or maybe even if you're not an adventurer and you would just like some adventure in your life, or that you would like to be a part of something bigger, or if you're just looking for direction in life, I may be able to help you if you can help me. Now, as I am sure most of you know, if you don't, my name is Liliana, and I would like to call myself a successful treasure hunter and collector of rare and strange artifacts from across the plane of Eosetis. But one part of Eosetis, the Kirene Sands, as it were, is somewhere that I have not yet found the potential of. I've not yet found anything worthy of calling an artifact, or I've found heirlooms. I've seen small bits and baubles traded and bought and sold, but I haven't found anything that really cements the past glory which the Kirene Sands has experienced. And I'm looking for a group of people to aid me in that search and to help me find something that really cements the significance of the Kirene Sands in the history books, in the tomes that explain the most important parts of our realm of Eosetis. There's evidence that great things happened here, that this was not just a land of sand and oases and small towns and villages and ruins, but that those ruins had something significant in them, and that those ruins were part of large cities. Some of the first cities on this entire realm were born here, and I am looking for a group of people to help me prove that, and to help me show the rest of the world that this isn't just a desert continent, that this isn't just a wasteland, but that this is a key part, a key player of Eosetis' history. Now, if any of you are interested in this, it won't just be in the Kirene Sands. There are opportunities beyond that I ask for help in. I have employed multiple people, many dozens of people under my management have found things and have found artifacts and magical items and heirlooms from multiple parts of the world that really show the significance of history in different parts. And I'm looking for someone from the Kirene Sands, a group of people from the Kirene Sands, rather, that can help me do the same here. Now, it won't be easy. It won't be entirely deadly, but it won't be easy. It will be difficult. There will be troubles. There will be difficulties. Not everything that you find will you be able to keep. Not everything that you find, sadly, will even be significant. But there might be a chance that what you find is the most significant thing in the world. There's always a chance of that. And that curiosity, that wanderlust, is what I am trying to stoke in any of you. So, if any of you are wanting to embrace that wanderlust, or if any of you are looking for work, for maybe particularly dangerous work, something that's out of the norm, something that might make you a part of something greater, something that you might see the rest of the continent, nay, maybe the rest of the world with, then I urge you to come speak to me and to come volunteer, put your names in the hat, so to speak. I'm looking for a very, very dedicated, brave group that can help me carve the history out of these sands and take this desolate desert and show the world what a monumental part your ancestors played in history, because I truly believe it is there. I just need you to help me find it. And as she is talking, there were some people that kind of still talked during her speech. Maybe we're just there to listen, not really with the intent to follow up on anything. There were some people who stopped paying attention when they heard that there would be traveling. There were some people who stopped listening when they heard that not everything would be unique and significant. There were some people who got up and left when they heard that it might be dangerous, or that they would travel the rest of the world, maybe. I would say probably 2/3 of the crowd either stopped paying attention or left entirely, maybe not just like out of their seats and left the entire amphitheater, but maybe mentally checked out. So that's just something that you guys were able to see.
Jedediah will look up and kind of scan the crowd as to survey any individuals if they look like, you know, they'd be fit for this if what she's saying is true, or are these just a bunch of like ragtag jabronis in the stands?
I'd say
comparative to him.
I would say that compared to Jedediah, I'd say most of these people are probably just commoners. Nothing that really sticks out about any of them. You see a few people who look a little more built, more than just athletic and lean, but people who look capable. But probably 3/4 of the people here you can just kind of tell are not cut out for this sort of thing.
Jed will leave the wall.
Okay.
And kind of approach right here.
Okay.
And while he's doing that, Honoria looks over to Haladin, because I assume it goes like Decimus, then Haladin, kind of in between us, and Honoria's on his right side. At least that's how I picture in my head.
Yeah, that works.
He kind of like he's doing very much what Jedediah is doing. He's got a decently keen eye for fighters and stuff, and he's thinking about everything that she's been spewing out the last couple of weeks or two. And he kind of like leans over a little bit to Haladin. Haladin, I mean, you're seeking adventure, right?
That I am. I'm kind of interested in what this pretty girl's spouting out, even though she has a kind of a manly voice.
Damn. Well, these things happen in changer. These things happen in me.
These things happen in the same. Hashtag what stage what happens in the same stage.
Yeah. Wait, is this Las Vegas?
Honoria, as you look around, you hear a very familiar voice in your head. And as you're scanning the crowd, looking up and down each row and each column of people, looking into every group, seeing if they have what you think is significant, what it takes, you hear a voice in your head that says, "None of these are match for you. You could kill every one of them here if you wish."
So Honoria hears that while he's just talking to Haladin.
I would say
Or
either
like in between
before
pauses?
you talked to him, while you were scanning the crowd. I wouldn't say it butted into the conversation and like overtook what you were.
Yeah. So, taking that into consideration, he continues on with Helen. But, Haladin, just wait a few minutes before you go ahead and throw us into something. But, just let the herd be culled here for a second. Let's see if anybody worth their weight goes up
Let
and
the
talks
herd
to
be cold. You're speaking my language. I understand that.
him. That is good. And Nuria kind of just continues to watch, and he looks to see what Decimus is kind of doing. What does Decimus have on? Does he have on like paladin armor? Is he just giga big for being a little man?
Cleric.
Or that's what he is, cleric. What's he wearing? Tell me now. What's he smell like?
He's not wearing anything. He's
Oh,
just naked
God.
and staying.
He's naked
No,
in
you
his pants.
missed that whole conversation because that was legit a conversation I had with the DM. No, literally. Mr. DM's like, get rid of everything out of your inventory. You have X amount of gold. I'm like, what about my clothes?
Yeah.
He's like, no, you keep them. I'm like, am I naked with a rock?
I bought clothes. I'll have you know, using my gold, I bought clothes.
I got boots for free because it didn't cost me anything.
Up.
All right. Does Decimus kind of seem like he's interested in the conversation though?
Yes.
Okay. And Haladin, don't be afraid to offer this little adventure to Decimus over there. He seems like for an older man he might hold his weight.
Oh, hey, Decimus. I don't want to interrupt
Whisper
everybody. This seems like a really good opportunity for you to tell everybody about Wedgie ass.
We jazz. And yes,
My bad.
I think you are correct. This might be a good opportunity to get out of this godforsaken city in this godforsaken desert.
Was it forsaken by Weejazz?
Oh my god.
No, it's forsaken by me because it's too damn hot.
Yeah, I think this might be an opportunity for us, but I kind of agree with Anuria that we need to kind of sit back and let the herd thin itself out a bit.
Why? Why not volunteer?
Well, I mean, I think we could volunteer, but let's take a look at who else walks up there.
It's at that time that you guys, at probably mid conversation, maybe even as you're saying that last sentence, Hal, that you see Jedediah,
I stand up and say I'll volunteer as tribute.
You,
Oh my God.
You don't know him as Jedediah, but you see a
Cowboy man.
a man in a
Cowboy man.
trench coat, a dark brown trench coat, and a brimmed hat walk up, and you don't really see a very clear figure. Like his hand is in his pocket, and his face is pretty covered by a scarf. He looks very almost up to no good. Just kind of walk up to the brim of that ring, to the northeast.
I was gonna
And
say,
he pulls out his guns and shoots it.
guns down the
Pulls
entire
out
crowd.
gun.
Yeah.
I'll show you an adventure. Boom. Takes her out before the campaign starts.
Well,
we win, boys!
We're wrapped up, boys.
Give me another 3 weeks. I'll get a new one back.
I'd say during this time, like when the conversation ends and she's like kind of done with her speech and everyone's kind of seeing what's going on, Onir will definitely stand up and just start walking down, going towards her.
I'd like to point out that I volunteered as tribute first.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you can volunteer as tribute as I'm walking down.
I was gonna say, Jedediah will call over to Liliana. Excuse me, ma'am. I come over here for a second.
Yes, of course. And she walks over to you.
Well, hi, Miss Liliana. Nice to meet you. My name is Jedediah. I believe I could help you out with a little situation here you got going on.
I would be thrilled to hear that. It's a little difficult to really get to know somebody in this public sense. So I'll be here in this theater house for the next couple of hours, and I would be very happy to better understand you and your motives and I mean, let's be frank, your abilities and ability to go on this adventure that I like to call it.
Well, that's no problem. I'm a patient man here. I'll take my time. You take your time. Need me? I'll be right in the corner over there.
Perfect. I will. I'll let you know when. Well, you'll also see me, but I'll give you a signal when I'm heading in.
Very good. Actually, he'll go over here against the wall, kind of lean on the wall.
Cool.
Onir's walking down. Onir's walking down.
Yeah, it'll take him 30 minutes.
Walking down. Well, I don't know where she is anymore. She's over here. Like, I'll just walk up.
She'd be like over here.
Like-
but after she talks to this dark robed figure, she'll
Fella.
probably start moving, closer to the center, as you're not the only one walking up to her, and just it's the center. So
Yeah, I will meet her at the center.
cool. And what is your name, sir?
Yes. You may call me Onir. I'm looking more for contacts, we'll say. I'm trying to find someone, so you seem someone of station. If you can help me, I will be more than happy to help you.
I while I'm not very much in the business of information trade, maybe I do have some information that could help you. And she kind of looks you up and down, sees your armor and just your Azamar nature. I don't see many of your kind around here, but I have heard the prowess of those formed by the divine, and I would like to speak with you later, and maybe we can help each other out. Indeed.
I'd be more than glad if you can help me. It would definitely serve me and my patron very well.
Perfect. I love to hear that. I would love to get to know you better and your patron, as you say. And yes, maybe I could help you a little bit, and you could help me a little bit, and we could maybe form a little bit of a better business partnership, if that's what you're looking for.
It is exactly what I'm looking for. Perfect. Is there anywhere we can meet, perhaps more privately, or when we find our crew?
Yes, I would be. I'll be in this building behind me when the crowd settles a little bit, and when I've weeded out the more casual listeners and people who aren't quite cut out for the job.
Ah, yes. Well, I'm in no rush, so take your time. Whatever you need, I will wait for you inside the building.
Wonderful. I will see you then.
Jedediah will take note of that man walking by,
Okay.
or
That man.
Asamar, or whatever he is.
Jedediah, give me an Arcana or a History check.
Oof.
Yeah. By the way, for flavor, Onir's armor has little like smoke wisps flying off of it.
Sorry, not.
You guys got particle effects? What? That's
Not-
Yeah,
DLC.
particle effects.
Not History. Sorry, I would say Arcana or Nature.
Jedediah is in tune with Arcana. Ah!
Come on.
No. 9.
He is not in tune with the Arcana.
Not in tune with the Arcana.
You said 9.
9.
Mhm.
He's no Nalta Rook.
You
Yeah, true.
you note his very interesting features. His eyes are not only white, but they seem to be almost radiating. His skin is an odd tone, almost looks like a drowish skin tone, but the eyes are throwing you off. You're not entirely sure what this guy's deal is.
Jedediah will then take note and think to himself,
Yes.
I
he's doing
love that feature.
Don't know if this guy touched by the same demon I dealt with. Looking a little different than the usual hubbub.
I love it.
Hubbub.
I love it. I love it.
Ends thought process.
This might be a
Slash
wonderful
me.
partnership.
Hey.
And we walk.
What?
Dude, this is great. This is so great.
We have little sides now. The Absolute starts talking to us.
You see three figures.
Yeah.
One male in armor and another male with a cunning smile.
Oh god.
Um,
Yeah. Onir does have particle effects, and the particle effects are very cool. So
he was
Fucking
definitely made for
DLC,
PS4.
man.
yeah. Well, can I say particle effects? When you know what to look for.
Guy pre-ordered the game.
Yep. I got pre-order armor.
Yeah, the pre-order armor. Ineffective after level 1.
Yep.
Onir.
Exactly.
Only your PS5 edition. Particles everywhere. Okay.
Absolutely useless.
Yeah.
I'll go inside and I'll post up on a wall or wherever when I'm
Cool.
inside the building.
Hal, Decimus, and Anuria, you guys see people in typical workers' clothes approach her in ones, twos, groups. And most of them have a quick conversation with her. You see a bit of a regrettable look on her face and on theirs, and some of them walk away. A couple people go into the house behind her, but I would probably most, other than the one individual that you saw walk into the establishment first, you probably see 4 others. How, I guess, are you guys waiting for the rest of the crowd, like Anuria said, to kind of call itself down, or are you guys gonna maybe butt in and kind of get up there as soon as you can?
That's what Anuria is doing.
I already said I stood up and said I'd join.
Okay. Well,
I shouted it from my seat. Like I stood up and said I'm in.
Okay.
Did you actually go up there, or did you just stay out in your seat? And then
I stood up and screamed it.
I know, but and then did you just stay there, or did you?
Yeah, I'll get up and walk.
I
towards it.
contribute. Said still.
I'll sit back down.
Yeah, sits back down actually.
Anuria and Hal, you guys see Decimus, who you just met maybe 20 minutes ago, go and walk up to her and then walk into the building behind her, followed by a few others. And by the time the crowd is pretty low, it may be less than 10 people left. The rest of the people that are sitting here look like they were just listening and are just kind of hanging around now, and they don't have really any intention of talking to Liliana further.
And I turn to Anuria and say, "Hey, you think we should go on up right now, or you want to wait a little bit more? Or I'm kind of ready to go on up there."
I think the time is right. Anuria will follow Hal as he leads the way, since he's bigger than him, slightly.
All right. You guys get to Liliana, and she smiles and exclaims towards you, Hal. Did we save the best for last here?
Well, you sure did. I know you're looking for some adventures. I'm looking for adventure. I am quite an accomplished druid, if you did not know, and I come with my own guide who knows these sands like the back of his hand thing that he's got.
Wing.
Yes, he does have hands.
Oh, okay.
Oh, does he really?
Anuria just
No
brings up his
hands.
hands and just looks
No.
at him like, what the hell? This guy's a racist.
How long have I been with this guy?
How long have I been with this guy? This
Look
guy
at me.
looked at me.
Exactly.
You know the desert well.
I know it's enough to get around. I could definitely help out in your little expedition you're going for.
That is possibly the best
Sure.
news I've heard all evening. That is possibly the best news I have heard all evening. I would appreciate if you what did you say your name was? My Kenku friend?
My name is Anuria. This is my friend
Anuria.
Halidin.
Yes, Haladin and Anuria. Thank you. Anuria, I would certainly like if you would meet me and the others back in that manor behind us, and I think we could certainly benefit from working with each other. Hal, you said you were a fairly skilled druid.
Fairly skilled. I said I was pretty damn good.
Well, I would like to see nothing more than for you to, nothing crazy, but what kind of skills do you bring?
Would you like a demonstration?
Whatever you're willing to give, Hal.
Hal pops his robes off and just stands there butt naked with his hands on his hips. How about that?
No.
Oh, wait a second. Then I take a form of a brown bear.
You take your
Now
clothes off when you
growl
wild
for me.
shape?
Yeah.
You take your clothes off when you wild shape?
Yes.
Why?
He's gotta be in tune with nature.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I like that.
Growl.
I like that a lot. So you throw, and I would assume since this is part of your, probably daily life, you probably have very quick removal robes, like just kind of like the pants that just snap together, but you can just grab your entire
tear away.
Yeah, you can just grab your the hip of your robe and just like an anime, just throw it all to the side and it just all comes off easily. So you rip your clothes off, and stand there, your gnome glory just right there. Everybody in the crowd stops talking as they are all looking at your butt or your genitals.
Which is pretty large for a gnome. Maybe it's about average size for everybody else, but I'm proud of it.
What in the hell's is happening over there?
Jedediah, you see this gnome rip his clothes off, and after 3 seconds, you see him turn into a full-size brown bear. Liliana kind of looks at the bear form. Oh, that's skillful indeed. I think we could certainly benefit from each other's business, but when we do talk anytime after this, I would highly prefer if you keep your clothes on, Paladin. Is that understandable?
Can I talk in bear form?
I said growl, yeah.
Okay.
You cannot.
Okay, then I'll revert back to naked gnome.
Okay.
I'll say, well, don't act like you didn't appreciate the show, but I do appreciate that you have acknowledged my skills, and I think I'm going to head on over to the building. And I'll walk about 3 steps before I realize I forgot my clothes and run back and grab them.
And Nuria, what are you doing during all this?
Yeah.
How long have we been together? For a while, right? All right.
You seen a wild shape in that time?
I've seen him naked before.
I was about to say this has probably definitely happened before. And Anuria probably just shakes his head, and just kind of just goes along with it at this point. He's not ashamed of it. Anuria doesn't care. Anuria's barely got anything on under his own robe, so it is what it is, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
The most unfazed by everything.
Yep.
So, Jedediah, you see this gnome walk around without clothes for a little bit, grab his clothes, walk inside after just turning into a bear, and this strange crow-looking creature that is humanoid, but I'm not sure if you've ever seen one before.
I feel like I just walked in on the circus. Where did I end up here? What is this place?
Liliana then looks around a little more, looks towards the group of people that are talking amongst themselves in the crowd, and then she turns back around and heads into the building. She looks to the right where you are, Jedediah, and kind of cocks her head towards the building.
What the hell? Bing bong. Gotcha, bitch.
All right. Is she moving, or she just kind of gives the motion?
She gives you the motion, and as she is walking inside.
All right. Jed will start walking.
All right. So it is.
What's up, Queso?
And about 4 others. These others, a few of them look pretty athletic. One of them looks to be a town guard. He's in the blue and sandstone colored get up and chainmail, and then there's another one who is a dwarf who looks pretty old and not really looks out of place, I'll say. Doesn't look athletic, doesn't look young, doesn't really look threatening. But he's here with the rest of you. And Liliana will begin to talk.
Jedediah will be posted up in the back of the room, basically right by the door. He'll just kind of loop in and then back to the wall, facing toward the crowd.
Onir, were you also kind of taking the same position and kind of keeping the rest of the room in your sight, or are you just kind of
kind of want to keep, like, I just want to see everyone, like kind of back to the wall so no one can sneak up on you, kind of thing, and just look at the room and survey.
Jedediah.
All my cool smoke armor, by the way,
DLC
radiates
DLC
off me.
Who let him have this again?
Yeah. Who gave him? What is this character, man?
I gave him the money amount, and he did with it what he could.
Okay.
If he blew it all on a chest plate, that's on him.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
One chest
I'll
plate.
enjoy my easy level smoke armor. Okay.
Wait. Does Perception, does he have any weapons on him?
Perception.
I don't think you need to perception check that.
Onir,
check.
answer.
Yes, Onir does have weapons on him. He has one large greatsword sheathed behind his back, and he also has a hand crossbow on his belt.
What the?
Little bro thinks this is BG3.
Wait, I thought we
this
could
guy-
normal items, Mr. DM. What's up with this shit?
This guy's balling out.
What do you mean, normal items?
I gave him a gold amount, and I said, do whatever you want.
I listen. I chose stuff with gold values because stuff that doesn't have gold values, I assume, was too expensive and or should not be a starter item. So everything I ordered has gold. You ordered
Delivered.
has a gold value.
Went to the Red Dead Redemption catalog.
I ordered has a gold value.
Yeah, just so we're clear, I bought a chain shirt and a potion. That's my getup.
Damn.
That's where my
You got
money
no
went.
pants?
No
Well,
pants.
I think you're the only one with a magic item then. So
He is.
I mean, I guess technically,
Well,
it's
okay,
a magic item,
listen,
but it's
I wouldn't say it's magical. If you want the real description of the
Oh my
armor,
God.
it's wisps of harmless, odorless smoke rise from this armor while it's worn.
Okay.
You can jump into his lap. Okay? You have my
Jedediah, as you walk inside,
jump, dad.
you go to post up on the back, kind of near the door, to see the first guy that you saw walk in, and the first one to talk to Liliana after you is already
Okay,
kind of holding
no
that position up.
Issues right now. Go hit.
On the same side that he was gonna walk to. Oh, because
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
last
just say
entering.
you went to turn the corner and
Yeah.
post up in the corner of the room, and there was already someone there.
Jed will stop. Sees his feet first. Slowly hand his head upward toward him. Just stare at him for like 2 seconds. See if he says anything.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Onir, make a perception check.
Perception. Roll.
Damn.
4.
Okay. This is just a guy with the trench coat. You saw him earlier walk up to Liliana first, Liliana first. But you didn't really get a close look at him. And now that you do, you see that his scarf is pulled up really high, and he's got a hat that you don't really see around these parts very often. And he has these just kind of gleaming red eyes that are kind of boring into you.
Ah, you are the one that walked up to Liliana first. I assume you'll be joining the crew.
Jedediah will kind of do like the trench coat whip to his left, and then motion to the other side of the room, and then lean up against that wall.
Didn't even talk?
Nope.
All right.
The silent type, I presume. Well, it'll be interesting.
Did Jedediah notice anything else on him that was like other than what he saw from the crowd perspective? That close?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
The DC was 5 and he still failed.
Yeah, all right. Oh no, I meant like Jedediah looking at Onir.
You do see his unique armor. His eyes
Yeah.
are indeed kind
You're
of
not
glowing
learning.
a little bit. He's got. You make a perception check as well.
Create a toy and then
Yeah, you do see my unique armor.
Yeah,
And by unique, very cool.
15.
Damn.
He looks formidable to say the least. He definitely looks maybe not extra planar, but he doesn't look like any human or elf or drow that you've ever seen. And just kind of based on his stature and just the way he was holding himself, definitely a
what is your issue?
a formidable combatant, if you had to guess. Based on his scars, his slightly tattered armor, he's probably seen his fair share of combat, or he just bought armor that was already dented and scratched up.
There's smoke rising from it, by the way.
Sure to keep my eye on that one.
I think Hal
Alright.
would sneak up and try and inhale some of the smoke.
Onir, you make a stealth check. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Am I trying to be stealthy in the corner of the room?
Hal.
Ow.
I'm not really trying to be stealthy, but I'm just gonna kind of walk up and
Are you
see if
trying
I
to be
can-
inconspicuous?
yeah, a little inconspicuous.
Okay,
really.
roll a stealth check.
Why are these dice so slow?
Is your thing doing that thing it did to us where it like takes forever for it to
takes
roll?
Forever, yeah. It shouldn't be like that.
Try refreshing.
How did we fix it? I forget.
I can't remember.
13.
I know. We bought dice and just automatically.
Yeah, we spent money on the
We
game,
spent
man.
money on D&D Beyond. And all of a
Yeah.
sudden,
To
that
win.
issue disappeared.
All of a sudden the dice just worked,
Railing
man.
on D&D. So you Onir,
Oh,
as you're
13,
kind
not
of-
bad.
as you're standing near the doorway, you hear what sounds like a sharp inhale, and then you just kind of see this gnome walking by you.
Wait. I have the perfect.
Right, because Hal's doing it probably as Onir's like talking to Jedediah, so he's kind of distracted.
What a weird fella.
No, he would have done it before you
Okay.
talked to him because
What
you
a
would have went
weird
in
fella.
last.
Oh, okay.
What
Go
a
ahead.
weird man. Onir says to himself as I bubble on the map.
Who's that toward? Jedediah?
He
Or?
thinks about it.
As
No,
I
I'm
think
sorry.
about it. Yeah, I'm thinking about it to myself.
Okay.
So you
You
guys,
will. Oh,
there are plenty of
I'm being on it.
benches and chairs around this room. Liliana kind of goes towards the front. There's not like a stage or anything. It's definitely these benches and chairs were just kind of placed here, kind of
Mr. DM?
before. Yes.
I'm just going to interject just to
Yeah.
rewind the clock 2 seconds.
Go ahead.
Mr. Halladin, you will notice that the little
Oh
wisps
my gosh.
are harmless. So as you sniff in, nothing really happens to you, and they are odorless as well. So you don't really smell anything. You may continue, Mr. DM.
Yeah.
Thanks for the permission, Onir.
Oh, let's kill them off already, Mr. DM.
So the chairs and the benches were kind of just placed here, not haphazardly, but they're not like organized. They're not permanent fixtures. So Liliana kind of gets up in front, and everybody, to where everybody can see her, and she can see everybody else. So this is the final group from tonight. That I'm no offense to any of you, but we'll be weeding through you guys and trying to find the best candidates, and whatever volunteers among you are most fit for the job will, in a sense, move on to the final judgment against the rest of the participants that have volunteered up to this point. So, based on that, we will we'll have each of you come to this separate room over here, and she kind of motions towards an open room that's just kind of separated with an archway. That's definitely smaller than the one you guys are in. It's like as big as a meeting room. There's no like desk or chairs or anything in there. It's just a small open closet almost on a different side of the room. We'll have each of you come up and just speak to me a little more plainly about what you're able to do, and maybe a little bit about your past, and I'll talk about the opportunity that is in front of you all, and we'll decide on if you are, well, for lack of a better word, ready and worthy for the challenge that we're now setting in front of you. So, to start out with, we'll just go by the volunteers that are in the order of who came up to me and spoke first tonight. That being said, Mr. Jedediah, if you would meet me over here for a few minutes, we can chat.
Jedediah will slowly start walking toward her, or the way it needs to go.
Dope.
That is all.
The pause gave me the I gotta do it.
So Jedediah,
Yes, ma'am.
your presence is, I'm not really sure how to better explain it, but a bit unsettling. What is your background, and what is your, is this an illusion? Is this a simulacrum? Is this you? It just seems unnatural, if you'd forgive my speaking blunt.
Jedediah will pull down the scarf to obviously reveal no real face, mouth, or anything, or any kind of facial features. Well, Miss Liliana, what you're looking at is the real me. I can guarantee you, none of those fools out there have seen the things that I've seen. Been hired by many, collected my coin, moved on. I ain't much of no artifact hunter, but I'm sure there's some scary big things out there guarding them. You're gonna need someone to take care of that.
Now, what do you exactly mean by you've seen things? I'm sure you've had experiences that most others haven't, but what exactly have you done for a living up to now?
Well, it might be hard to conceptualize. I understand it's not something you see every day looking at me, but Long time ago, did get hired for one job. This lady, this woman, this elf I met, never met her before, but the coin was good. 250 platinum. Couldn't believe it. The biggest job I ever took. Had to go hunt down a certain Shatterkai elf out in the woods. Didn't think too much of it, but hey, like I said, the coin was good. Long story short, there ain't no Shatterkai elf out there, I'll tell you that. That thing was a straight demon. And well, that demon's a part of me now. Still got my human brain and all, but let's just say a little bit more enhancements than usual.
As you say, it wasn't Shatter Kai, it was a demon. You feel this really from your gut, really, you just feel this chill, this freezing that just begins to envelop your body for a few seconds before it subsides. You've had this feeling before many times, almost every day, but it almost feels like the being inside of you is
like Shadowheart.
Alarmed, or it almost feels like the being inside of you is alarmed or uncomfortable, but whatever it is, it doesn't hurt you, but it certainly
jolts him.
Kind of sends you reeling for a second.
All right, he'll let out an audible
Well, what are you? What kind of combatant would you say you are? Are you proficient in the blade? Are you proficient with a bow or magic?
I prefer to keep my foes at a distance. Pulls his trench coat back a little bit, reveals a fatal cry attached to his hip. Just say this little baby and me, we go a long way. Long ways. Ain't too many of my enemies that live to tell a tale of old fatal cry here.
Certainly a unique weapon. I look forward to seeing your progress throughout your potential employment.
Well, I'll remind you, if you got the coin, I don't disappoint. Kind of the track record I've bro. Obviously out here it ain't the same because no one really knows me, but take my word for it.
Of course. Now I assure you that my payment does not ever disappoint Jedediah. That will not be an issue with us.
Well, might have ourselves a deal here.
It seems we'll have to see. I appreciate you talking. I appreciate you being transparent. I will I'll give you this. She hands you a scroll of parchment. And she says, This will ignite when I call you, and it'll lead you to where I'm staying and where we'll have the final breakdown of who's going to be partaking in this journey and who won't be.
Much obliged, Miss Liliana. See you soon. Get up, walk out.
Thank you very much. The rest of you see after about 5 minutes.
Oh, he tucks it into his trench coat first and then walks out.
Sure. The rest of you see this this man in the dark robe walked in there walk back out. Yeah, yeah, that's all.
Yeah, Jed will this time. He'll go toward the same corner, but he'll actually sit down this time instead of leaning against the wall.
Okay. If you do not wish to stay in the house, then you don't have to.
Oh, true.
She kind
You
of
know what? Yeah, he'll just walk out.
Yeah, almost like a restaurant buzzer. Like, yeah, this will ring when the time has come, sort of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like a restaurant. Yeah, the buzzer thing. Yeah.
I'll give you those at the VA.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll as he's walking out, he'll kind of glance left and right, look at the rest of the people that came in, and then continue on.
Okay.
And then he'll stop at the door and look at Onir again real quick.
Okay.
For another 2 seconds. Hold stare.
Onir, make a perception check to do it again.
Yes. All right, wait.
Yes!
Maybe I'll roll my
Real dice.
My real dice.
Real D20.
Okay, I have a perception +1.
Okay.
So, oh, you see, I rolled 17.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Damn.
Damn.
18.
Second chancer.
Z. Jedediah wasn't an elf, he was hunting. Okay.
You like that one? That was pretty good.
I
Wait,
do,
what?
I
Oh,
do.
hold on.
Look in the dungeons chat.
Looks up. Wasn't an elf.
Wasn't an elf. Wasn't an elf. I was hunting. One eye.
Yeah, exactly.
So now that you've seen this guy again, give me now that you've given perception, also give me a nature check.
Nature. All right. I'll roll real dice again. Oh, sorry, that hit my 3.
So you see that his face is this void black. You see
He pulled up his scarf again, by the way. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah. You see the features around his eyes are like this void black. You see his glowing eyes again, almost like magical lights in this facade of a face are projecting out. And then Jedediah, after you, as you're walking out, are your hands stowed? Are they out?
They're on his belt, right in the front.
Okay.
So yeah, you could see if he's perceptive enough that 18, he might notice that he's got one kind of normal hand, one kind of not normal hand.
Yeah. You see one hand that's a very pale skin. I would say almost similar to your own, except a little more white than just gray. And then you see that his other hand is kind of a mutated, just as void black as his face. That's kind of both sitting on his belt. This guy is not from this world. You don't know exactly what he is. You've never seen anything like him, but he's an interest. He's a person of interest in your mind.
Sounds good. I will meet his gaze, but I will not say anything this time.
Then Jed will continue on.
I will kind of give him a nice little nod. You know?
Onir, you are beckoned to enter the room next.
I wonder what she could want. All right, we go in.
Jay Baldur's Gate.
There's a lot on my mind, and well, in it.
Yeah. Got a lot on my mind, and well,
Dude, I hate hearing that so much.
Maybe there's something over here.
No, never mind.
Sometimes I don't wish I lived in such interesting times.
Yeah, such interesting times.
All right, so
first to put my hands on everything.
You go into the room, and you
Take a seat.
standing opposite. No, there's no chairs in here.
Oh, okay. I'll stand, I guess.
You're you could sit on the floor, Chris. But
No, yeah. I'll stand.
You stand up opposite the room of Liliana. So, Asimar,
Yes.
Is that,
That is indeed what I am.
okay, I was just ensuring. I don't think I've ever seen one before. Just heard descriptions.
My kind are few and far between, but as I mentioned before, I at least can get the job done, whatever it may be. And in
Nice.
turn, hopefully I can get some information from you.
Hopefully, you can. Whatever it is that you are looking for, and what is it that you're looking for?
I have some dealings with a local wizard that is said to live in these parts, and looking to catch up, we'll say. I've known him for just a short while. I know his name, Dwengar Fellenbrook. Not sure if that means anything to you, but I'm on the search for him. I might need his services and such.
Well, I don't personally know that name, but I have a few connections around the city that might be able to lead you to him. Have you ever heard of the Zentrum?
Have I ever heard of the Zentrum?
You tell me. I'm giving this choice to you.
History check.
Sure, I can history check it actually.
Okay.
See if I know what
That's
it
fine.
is. That's fair, because yeah, I will roll D&D Beyond dice. I'll do a little
Change up.
mixture, little mixtures of both.
When he decides
5.
to cheat, and he decides not to cheat.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
gonna be a big fat no.
5. No, I have no idea who the Zentrum are.
No cheating here.
Well, they're I have a contact in the city who knows most people of significance and of note. Maybe he'll be able to lead you in the right direction.
Well, if
I'll give him
this is
your
a
name.
possibility, perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect for me.
Name is Onir, and he is, well, once you leave the theater, as you're heading back to the center of town, you're going to head to the southern entrance of town, and from the initial southern arch that makes up the entrance of Irun, you'll be walking northward, and it's the 5th house on the left. Just tell them that Liliana sent you, and I'm sure he can get you squared away with whoever you need.
Well, thank you very much. This is wonderful. I'll definitely get on this as soon as I get out of here. But in any case, now I'm in your debt. So I hope that in turn, I can at least help you with whatever you're looking for.
Perfect. I hope so too. What is you don't look like much of the really survival or artifact hunting type. You look more of the fighting type. What's your background?
We can say I'm more of a hunter, given certain marks, and I can complete it without much issues. I haven't had very many issues in the past, and I don't see very many who can pose that much of a challenge to me.
Well, that'll probably do. But here, I'll give you this scroll as well. This scroll will light fire and will lead you to where the final hearing will be held in terms of who's going to be chosen for this task. So I hope to see you there tomorrow.
Perfect. thank you very much for the opportunity. And
Of course.
thank you again for the introduction to the Zentrim. Is that
Yes,
the right place?
Zentrim.
Perfect. Thank you again. I will
You as well, Oyer.
exit. Whoop.
Whoop.
After a few
All
more
eyes
names
out
are
of the room.
called and people are given, you guys see 5, 10, 15, and then 20 minutes go by, and 4 people all walk in and walk out with scrolls in their hands or on their belts or hanging out of a waist satchel. And then one by one, you guys are also called into the room. Decimus, you being first. Decimus, was it?
Yes, it is indeed.
And you said that you're, well, based on your holy symbol, you are an acolyte whom of?
Weejass.
Ah, I actually believe I am familiar goddess of magic and order. Is that correct?
That is correct indeed.
Well, what brings you to an adventure of treasure instead of life at a temple or with a band of other clerics and acolytes?
My parents passed away of old age, and I wanted to roam the world and preach the vestiges of my goddess. And I figured this opportunity that you proposed might be a good way for me to do that and spread the good glory of Weejass to others, while also having some adventures of my own, as I am quite old in age and missed most of my prime and of my youth. Worshiping her and learning about her in the temple.
Of course. Make me an insight check, Decimus.
+5.
Yeah, bad roll though.
Low roll.
Okay. She's listening very intently to what you have to say and smiles in a confirmation. And so do you what kind of magics, what kind of abilities do you believe that you bring to an artifact hunting team?
Mostly those of the healing variety. I'm well versed in healing others, and I've taken it upon myself to try and bring some good back to the world. As there has been some very dark times that have come across. And a lot of my specialty is in healing and keeping others alive and medicine, if you will.
Sure.
Medic.
I think that's very, very valuable. Here, I'll give you this. It's a magical scroll that will lead you to where the final test, the final filtering will be held. So I hope to see you there, Decimus.
Oh, well, thank you very much for this.
Of course. Thank you for your volunteering. Paladin, you're brought in next.
Okay.
So, other than changing into animals, what else should I know about you?
Oh shoot! What shouldn't you know about me? Let me tell you something. What you're gonna need in an adventuring party like this is versatility and curiosity. That's what you need for treasure hunters, and that's my middle name is Versatility. I mean that's what I'm all about. I can do entangling roots and I can keep people in place. I can attack people. I can heal people. I can do whatever you want. I mean, you saw me turn into a brown bear. Do you want to see me change again? I can change again if you want to.
I thank you for your sheer excitement is something
Holy
to
shit!
be,
On speed much?
your
Sorry.
pure excitement
I
is
love
That's
this
what it
something.
up
character.
there.
This is my favorite character so far. I love this guy.
Your excitement is something that is unrivaled in the candidates that I've encountered so far, and I don't need you to wild shape again. I am very familiar with how that works. Yeah, while you are able to wild shape into some things that are a little, more significant than many things that I've seen in my days, I believe you that you can do more than just turn into a bear. And well, if you're all that you say that you are, I would love to give you a spot on this team, Paladin. Before I give you this direction, this final piece of the puzzle, what is you've told me why you'd be valuable to me, but what would make me valuable to you as a employer, or what would make you as a contract to me? What's in it for you?
Well, what attracted to me in the first place is you were mentioning travel. Now, I am a druid. I do love nature. I do love the forest where I grew up, but there's just so much more out there, and I want to experience it all. I want to find all the different plants, all the different animals. I mean, I could turn into a brown bear. I could turn into a mouse. I could turn into a wolf. I want to turn into other stuff. I want to study some other animals and see what else I can wild shape into. There's just all these possibilities out there, and I can't really experience them on my own. But if I was to join your team, I could help your team, and your team could help me to experience all sorts of new things.
Experience is something that you will never find lacking as a part of this team. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Here's this scroll. Once again, it'll lead you to me when the time has come. I look forward to seeing you there, Paladin.
Well, thank you, Lillian. If you don't mind, do you know where there's a good tobacco shop near here? I'm going to need me a decent pipe before we're going out.
Yes. There are plenty. I'm sure you could ask anybody. I'm not very well from these parts, but I'm sure you could ask anybody, and they'll lead you right there. Would you be? Yeah. Would you be so inclined to send in your friend that you were?
Oh, the Kinko kid?
For? Yes.
Yeah, let me go grab it. I'll walk out the door and just immediately yell, "Anaya!"
Nuri just shakes his head, kind of hops off where he was sitting, and just waddles in.
Waddle.
Did Anuri Haladin's a pretty rambunctious man. He probably heard him in the next room, right, during this whole conversation.
You 100% heard
everything. All right, good.
Good.
So, in Nuria, what brings a young Kenku like yourself to, well, first off, to this populated of a city, and furthermore, what brings you to the desire to explore and leave this place? And what's your train of thought?
Anuria ponders for a second, just a quick hot second, and then he kind of just pipe up. My reasons for coming are I'm not exactly the most favorite of my tribe back home, but I'm not too worried about what goes on in these sands anymore. It's not the safest place around. I'd just rather not be a part of it.
So you are initially from this continent, then, from the Kirin?
Nuria sighs, kind of deeply. Yeah, unfortunately, I am.
Why do you say unfortunately?
The sands are not kind to everyone who wanders around in them. Many nomadic tribes around here.
I've just never met a Kenku stray from his own people as you have. And while it's not a blessing to be born here, as you say, I think your experience, while still young, could be invaluable for me.
Anuria nods. I think you are correct.
While you've told me how I could be of value to you and how this journey could help you and give you, what you want in travel and in escaping, I have to ask, what do you bring other than knowledge of this continent? As I said, there's a good chance you will not be entirely on this desert. What else can I depend on you for?
Anuria, without moving his lips, she only hears in her mind his voice very, very clearly. He's not trying to. All she hears is that not everyone is as they seem.
She smirks and responds back to you in your mind. I see. You have some additional abilities that most do not. What else can you do?
He thinks a little more, and then after like a few seconds, he brings out one of his little dainty little hands, and he opens it up, and this is all flavor. I'll have to talk to you about it, by the way. But anyway, he summons a blackened book that clearly has a symbol of a deep kind of like Kraken-esque monster around it.
You have.
And he puts it away. Summons it just to put it away.
You have made a deal, then?
Yes, I have. I have been fortunate enough to find something in my short but what feels like a very long life to finally help me out.
Here. She hands you a scroll. Take this and it'll bring you to where you need to be. And she leaves it at that.
Nice. Snags it. Opens up the door. Looks around for Halladin.
Snags it.
Halladin, are you still inside the building or are you outside the
yeah,
building?
I'm waiting for an area outside with my hand up, waiting for a high five.
He walks out.
So did he get the goods?
He kind of reluctantly does it, but he 100% still does it.
Like you're embarrassing me kind of still does it?
Yes, very much so. Halladin, it seems like you are still looking for a smoke shop. I won't partake with you, but I can definitely lead you in an area of one.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. Hey man, do you want anything? I'll get you like candy bar or something, just one though.
So facial expressions are very hard for Kenku, but like you see Anuria's beak kind of like open up, kind of like he was like smiling at your gesture, and he just goes, "I appreciate it, but I will be all right for now."
Okay, suit yourself.
So, Liliana sent you. What does she need from us?
It's less of a from her regard and more on my end actually. She sent me this way. I'm looking for a particular gnome whose name is Dwenger Fellenbrook. It's a wizard of sorts, local.
Wait. Is this individual a gnome that you know of?
Yes, this is exactly. I do know that, and yes, he is a gnome.
Well, Yeah, but I can help you for the right price. I know where he lives.
Ah, I the exchange of coin. Yes. What price would you be looking at for this information?
He, after going up the stairs and kind of walking down a loft hallway, kind of stops walking forward and with his eyes scanning up and down on you. Huh. And he looks in your eyes. How does 10 gold sound?
Well, just fine with me. I will hand him 10 gold.
He counts it out. He continues on into a room and opens the door. Come on in.
Thank you.
He leads you to a table with a couple of large maps on it. He pulls out one map in particular and give me a survival check.
Survival check. Survival check.
Whoa!
18 plus 3, 21.
Ooh.
Guy's living.
He you notice as he's rummaging around these maps that they're all maps of different, maybe not like formal districts, but just different areas of the city that you're in. And now roll me a quick perception check.
Perception check.
Oof.
5.
The maps all have various labels and words and lines kind of scrawled all over them, but you can't really make any of them out as he's flipping through the pages too quickly. He sets one down and kind of traces his finger along the map. Right here. Kind of puts a needle into the map on one of the houses. And he pulls out another map and sets it beside it, and then takes it and sets it on the other side of the map real quickly, kind of justifying it. And these maps connect to where one map ends and the next map continues on. And he puts another needle in another building on the second map. All right. Here's where we are. He points to the second needle.
Yeah. Now,
And,
Onir is locking in. He is listening with utmost focus.
Okay, and?
Wait, yeah.
That is all. I feel like there would be a shift in demeanor. That is all.
Okay. So, yeah, he points to that second needle. This is where we are. And if you follow this alleyway down through these houses, spits you out onto a main road. And if you follow that over eastward, and then through the south, and as he kind of traces his finger along this road that takes a bend, almost like a J from one alleyway that he pointed you to, and loops around to the south and then to the west and back north. And then you take this alleyway. That'll lead you to his abode. I'll be right there. Take as much time as you need to scan these two maps. I'll be in the room. Let me know if you have any questions.
Perfect. Thank you very much. This is valuable information for me.
As he kind of walks a few feet away from you and put himself onto a windowsill and kind of watches you as you're studying the maps and kind of getting it memorized.
Yeah, O'Neill will take as much time as he needs to really memorize these maps. Like,
Sure.
I will. I don't think I have. No, I don't have paper or anything, so I can't like copy it down. But I will burn. I will sear this into my mind.
Okay. A silence in the room around you kind of allows you to focus a little better. Give me an investigation and a history check.
Investigation. Come on, 15.
Okay.
Good.
History. 3.
Okay. So you study these maps. And as you're studying them, about 20 seconds goes by as you're trying to memorize the few but winding roads that it takes to get to your destination from this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's your business with that fellow?
He's a friend of mine, and we were lost many moons ago, and I heard of his work here in the city as a local wizard, so I figured I'd pay him a visit. But we'll say we didn't end on the best of terms, so he kept his distance and hid well from me for a little while. But I feel as though I can smooth things over finally.
All right, man. That's fine. When's the last time you saw him?
As I said many moons ago, at least. We'll say at least 5 years.
Well, I hate to break it to you, but a couple things may have changed in him since then. He's become a bit of a recluse.
Really? Anything more you can update me on his situation?
Not that I know of. And as he says that, make a insight check.
Insight check. 18.
As he says, not that I know of, you hear him playing around with the coins in his hand.
I see. Well, I will use what information I have with the maps, and if I need any more, I think I know where to find you guys now. Thank you again, and I will look at the maps one more time, making sure I remember them.
Okay. Yeah. No. Thank you. Remember, if you ever need to know any valuable information or things of the sort, as you said, you know where to find us. We've got many sources.
This is just the kind of people I was looking for. Glad to make your acquaintance, Mr. What is your name?
Jared.
Jed.
Jared.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's me.
My name is Jedediah.
Jedediah Sparks.
Yeah. Turn flips it. Whoa! I remember you.
What? What did you say his name was? Sorry, Jared.
Jared.
I might require services in the future, but for now, this is all I require.
We'll be here if you do. Appreciate your service.
There's no issue, and I will make my way out.
Okay. As you do make your way out, you see Inuria standing outside of a small shop about 3 doors down from you.
I will go and join this person. Yeah, join this crow. I hope you find yourself well. You were also in the room with Liliana for the group. I hope you exited with a scroll such as this one.
Anuria looks at him and he kind of gives him like a little once over because he kind of interrupted him while he was doing a little shopping. Kind of goes back to what he was doing. I may have. I may have not. It doesn't seem much concern to you.
Well, I was just looking to meet some more people from the city. Friends are always quite useful, and if we're going to be working together, why not start our friendship now?
You like to assume a lot of things, don't you?
Well,
I suggest you don't do that around here.
okay. Well, if you don't wish to be disturbed, then I will be on my way. But it was a pleasure to make your acquaintance at least and speak with you. All right, I walk away.
Hal,
That's all.
Hal,
I'm there with Anuria, right?
yeah, Hal, you walk out of the tobacco shop as you see this familiar face about turning around.
I call it. Hey, man. Hey, weren't you the first one yesterday to walk up to Lil Anna or Liliana, whatever her name was?
Yes, I was, and that was just about an hour ago. It was not yesterday.
No, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday. Never mind.
You ain't got much
My
of a sense
memory.
of time on you, do you, buddy?
My memory is a little. My memory is a little shoddy. We'll say it's.
I stick my hand out. My name's Hal Deeproot. How you doing?
Quite well. I will reach my hand out as well and return the handshake. You may call me O'Neill. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
O'Neill. Hey, man, I'll tell you something. I ain't never seen somebody with eyes like yours. They're almost glowing. Is that like a spell, or is that just your natural eyes? What's going on there? I hope I'm not offending you.
No. This is no problem.
I'm like
These
waving
are
my
indeed
hand in front of his face to see if he can see my hand.
Yes, I can. I can, in fact,
Hello?
see your hand. Yes, these are my natural eyes. I perhaps my kind is far and few in between, so it's wouldn't surprise me if it was your first time seeing someone like me.
And what is your kind then?
I am known as an Asimar.
Seymour.
Hal, make a nature check or a religion check.
Nature check. Inbound.
Loading.
Oh my god, it's taking so long.
Inbound nature check.
Try refreshing the page. I feel like that's what we did.
I
It
did.
worked. Oh, okay.
No,
did.
I think we did something. We did something with like the digital dice. We changed something
It
about
was
it.
something about there's a setting on the DnD Beyond browser that I think you can change. It makes it faster, but I can't remember.
You guys just keep doing that. Yeah.
18.
18.
Whoa.
You have definitely heard of Asimar before. In your in some of your studies, you've heard the Fearbolgs talk about the gods chosen or the gods children. Maybe the gods, they made Asimar like individually. You're not entirely sure of origin, but you do know that they are divine in some sense.
I've heard of Asmar before, but I ain't never met one. And this is kind of an honor. Like, I've heard a lot of good thing about you guys. I mean, I'm sure everybody's different, but you seem quite friendly. I mean, you volunteered for this mission. You seem like a pretty good dude.
I'm glad to have given that sort of impression, and well, you're quite the character yourself. You seem quite upstanding, and you seem to know what you want. So it's if we do end up working together with this Liliana, then I am more than happy to fight by your side.
Well, hey, have you talked to Anaria? Hey, Anaria, have you met this guy's an Asimar? Have you ever heard of them? Come here, meet this guy.
Anuria was kind of like almost like walking into the shop to continue shopping. And
I didn't in
Just
fact
stroll back
meet your
over.
friend. I did just a moment ago before you came out here. He is quite unique, and I don't think he wishes to be disturbed during his shopping hours. So
He
I
can
will
be
I
real
will respect
moody
that.
sometimes.
I can see.
I tell you what, though, he's a good dude. I mean, hey, Nuria, let me tell you something, Nuria. Your people may not have accepted you, but I accept you. You're a good friend. You've always got a friend in me. I'll tell you what.
Was this a Toy Story storyline?
Yep.
Get a friend.
You knew me.
Nuria like rubs his brow a little bit. Nah, Paladin, I guess. Just let me finish what I was doing, and I'll come over and chit chat with you all.
All right, man.
Nuria
You take care of
walks-
your business.
Walks back into shopping.
Yes, perhaps we can go for some drinks of some kind. Just sit and catch up if you guys are, in fact, keen on joining the group. I do want to know who I'm going to be working with after all.
Oh, sure. What you drinking? I got some tobacco. Do you smoke? Do you smoke?
Personally, smoking is not my thing. I'm more of a casual drinker, pull up at a tavern, have a few, relax, as the usual folk do.
All right, we'll get you a drink. I mean, your armor's smoking, so I kind of assumed that you smoked. So that's my bad. That's my bad.
Yes, my armor, in fact, is very cool and
Very cool.
very
cool armor.
a very cool armor. I very much no. Yes, my armor was procured and it serves me well so far.
Right. I'll buy drinks for Onir, and I would assume that I would know what Anuria would like to drink.
Yeah, so you guys make your own way after Nuria does his own shopping, or if you just want to butt into it and tell him to get over here anyways.
I'll even be.
After he does his shopping, you guys go a couple doors down, and Hal, you've been in the city long-ish enough that you know where at least here a nearby bar would be. So you guys go in there, and sitting in the seat furthest from the door and furthest from the bar itself is another familiar face, Jedediah, from yesterday.
Ooh.
I'll just walk right up to him too. I'll just walk. Hey, man. Hey, ain't you with the group? Ain't you one of the ones with the scroll? Holy fuck, dude! Where is your place?
I tell you what, guys. Paladin is a DM's dream.
This guy, I love this guy.
He sees somebody and he's like, "We're gonna interact with that person. I'm gonna go talk to him right now."
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. All right. Go ahead. Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. That was probably majorly offensive. I apologize. I'll buy you a drink." And I stick my hand out. My name's Hal Deeproot. And I stick my hand out, and I'm kind of looking at his hand, but I'm
Jedediah
a little apprehensive.
Jedediah will slowly turn and look at him because obviously he's shorter than him, right?
Yeah.
If you're sitting down, he's probably about. He might be a little shorter than you.
A little bit shorter. Okay. Yeah. He'll slowly turn his head, look at him, pull down his scarf, take a swig of the drink in his hand, pull the scarf back up. Look a little familiar.
Paladin, you see him put a glass up to his face, tilt it back, and then you have no idea where it's at.
Yeah, I was about to say no facial features. How
Yeah.
You kind of see his face like kind of the wisps and like the void that kind of makes up his face. You see it shift a little bit when he like pulls the glass up, and then when he takes the glass away, but it doesn't look like a mouth or an opening of any kind.
I'm just standing there in awe, just eyes sparkling with curiosity. Hey,
All right there,
Hey,
little
man.
fella.
if I could sit here with you and drink, the drinks are on me and my friends. I got some friends over here. I got the Kinku kid, Anuria, and I got this Asimar guy, Onir. They're part of the mission too. How about we all get to know each other? We sit around, have a few drinks, and just make sure you let me know every time you would take a drink, because I want to watch that shit.
What mission you talking about?
Stuff with Liliana, the deep voiced lady from yesterday. You were there, weren't you?
Got that right. I was there. Say nothing about accepting no mission though.
Oh, okay. My bad. I just kind of assumed that everybody that talked to her wanted to go on the mission. So I guess you didn't see something you liked in the mission, huh? You didn't want to do it.
Oh, certainly piqued my curiosity. Hanging around a little bit, maybe hear word about it.
Well, I've already offered to buy you drinks, and I would feel terrible if I did not do that now. So how about we bring my friends over here, we all sit down, we have some drinks, and we discuss things. Maybe we could talk about the pluses and minuses, the pros and cons of this little mission for Liliana.
I don't usually talk much to or really have too many friends. I mean, yeah, I guess you guys could come on.
Right on, Jedediah. I tell you what, Jedediah, I talk enough for both of us, so you don't worry about that.
The hell you know my name?
Didn't he tell me his name when I walked up?
No, no.
I'm for sure he did.
No,
How do you know my name? I have psychic powers.
Okay, belay my last.
Okay.
I'll ask him then. So what's
He'll,
your name anyway?
He'll pull down the scarf, take another swig, pull back up. Name's Jedediah. Not from around these parts.
Yeah, I don't think you're from around this freaking world, Jedediah. I ain't never seen nothing like you.
Yeah, well, that's got a long story behind it. I don't know how much time we got, but I can fill you in a little bit if you like. Now, ain't too much.
Hang on, Nuria, Onir, get over here.
Oh, I
We'll
didn't.
walk
Okay,
up.
well, I guess it's a party
Nuri
now.
kind of like whispers, I swear he's more of a child than I am.
He's quite the figure indeed.
Nuria waddles over, attempts to get up into a big
Yeah.
chair.
I'll sit down.
I'll order drinks for all of us.
As you go up to the bar in front of as you're waiting in line, the person in front of you is a little bit sluggish and asks for a room. You hear the voice, and it's a little familiar to the acolyte you were speaking with yesterday.
All right, I'll tug on his robes a little bit.
Bobby.
Hey, Decimus, is that you?
Huh? Who? Huh? Oh,
Huh?
oh, yeah, yes, it is I.
Are you doing all right, buddy?
I'm just a little tired. We had a long day of excitement. Did a bit of shopping today. Was gonna go get a room and crash.
Oh, that sounds like a great idea. But me and the guys, the crew that
The
we always
boys.
hang out with.
The boys.
Crew.
Guys
We're
already
over
made
here
friends
having
with
some
everyone.
drinks.
We've
Yeah,
known each other for literally 20 minutes.
Yeah,
The
totally.
crew and I getting some drinks.
Yeah.
It's like that over ecstatic, like dad who just wants oh yeah. Oh, we all know each other. Heck yeah, man.
Yeah.
He's the dad that wants everybody to enjoy the party, even if he doesn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll get everybody drinks. Everyone, let's all just talk and hang
You need
out.
anything?
Man.
You good, man? All right, yeah, good. I'll come back and check on you a little bit.
You good, man?
Yo, you need anything for the fridge while I'm up? I got you. Yeah.
Let's play some pickleball.
Yo, you guys want to play some cornhole? Yo, I got the cornhole in the back. I can bust it out. It's in the garage.
I meant cornhole.
Yeah.
No, he offers to buy Decimus a drink as well, include him into the group, and see if he wants to sit down with us.
Well, I guess I could. I've never really had a beer before. You know, the convent was a bit strict on that kind of stuff. So I guess with me not being there, I guess I could have a beer and enjoy some time with you guys before we get called back for this mission. Hopefully.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm going to have my first beer with you. I am honored. This is going to be a good time. Grab our drinks and lead him back over to our table.
Lead the fool away.
Lead him back to the table.
Oh, hells. I didn't know it was Moria.
The more the merrier there, Mr. Jedediah Sparks. Now, you was about to tell us a story, weren't you?
I don't know what you guys want to know.
As much as you're willing to
Why are you
give
so
up at this
gloomy?
table.
Well, as I said before, I'm not the too friendly kind. I've made too many friends along the way. You know, I'm not from around here, so I usually stick to the shadows and kind of to myself for right now. Yeah, fancy. Yeah, those are the ones I saw yesterday at that place. You know, that theater. I didn't say too much because I don't have too much to offer right now. But I don't know. Maybe we paths align somewhere. But if you're curious, he'll kind of lean back, put his hands behind his head, tip his hat back down, like looks like he's kind of taking a nap. Oh, yeah, I've been fighting demons my whole life. Criminals, literal demons themselves. Well, had a bad run-in with one. Why it's got the look I got today. I used to be human. Point. Got some in me somewhere. He'll feel that chill.
Literally Shadowheart.
Yeah, it's a Shadowheart at this point.
Literally Shadowheart.
Like it's not
Are
painful.
the gods this? Like, well, I
It's
forget
not
her voice,
painful.
like-
It's almost like, I mean, this is OOC, but it's almost like, because you guys don't know this, like the demon kind of like knocking on the door, like, "Hey man, I'm here." Fonzie, yeah, no, it's not an interesting story.
Everyone gets up and walks away.
Yeah. This guy's a weirdo. Let's go, man.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Fascinating. So, if you were a human before, where were you from?
Far away place from here. I've been roaming the lands, collecting bounties. You know, really, I'm kind of in it for the coin. Some personal matters, but I don't need to get into that right now. Really, even at all.
You ain't gonna talk about anything you don't want to talk about. I mean, I'm just curious. This is a big day for me. I'm meeting all kinds of different people and races that I ain't never interacted with before. You ain't even a race. You're a human, but I ain't no other
You ain't
human.
even a race.
You're not a race. You're not
You're a
real.
real person.
You're not real. Are you even there? Pokes him.
So, how long have you been like this, like the way you are right now?
Oh man, it's been a while. I stopped counting. Days kind of fade into each other, and I don't know. Kind of weird to explain, but did go hunting, like I said, for that. This is one job I was hired for. Turns out, couldn't tell you if it was a setup or not. Definitely a creature I hadn't seen before. Toughest one I had faced at the time. And let's just say, I don't know, neither of us really won out of the situation, but I'm still here.
Well, that's interesting. Well, I do. You seem like a strong fella, and that's I mean that you don't seem like the nicest guy I've ever met or anything, but that don't matter none. You seem like a strong guy, and that's what you want. And strong in nature is the strong that survive. And what we need is survivors for this little treasure hunt. So I do hope you make the decision to come with us.
Jed will open his trench coat a little bit to pull out the scroll. Whoever's looking at him, can you guys make this investigation check to see if you see his like revolver?
Wouldn't that be a perception check?
Or is that perception?
Mr. Raven?
I don't know, Mr. DM, help, please.
Sorry.
What?
Yes! I distract the DM.
Okay, dude. Sorry. You're pulling out a scroll, and what are you asking about?
I was like, investigation or insight check if they see the revolver.
Oh, the revolver would be perception check.
Okay.
Perception.
Let me.
How big is this thing?
It's sizable, but it's not like he's slowly opening his coat. He just kind of moves real quick.
15.
Real quick. Let me send Jaywalk, I guess, the check.
DC, yeah.
Yeah.
Or should I do
15?
even? Wait, let's do that.
Okay, that's
15.
fine.
Are we all doing it?
Sure. Yeah, everyone.
Yeah, whoever's looking at him. If you're not all looking at
15.
him, then
Shit.
Anuria's
7.
just kind of listening and holding his beer kind of like doing that thing where you like swivel around your drink, but you're not really drinking it. That's all Anuria's really doing.
okay.
What'd you get, Decimus?
Shit. 7.
Okay. And Hal.
7.
All right. Onir, you see it.
Yeah. I'll make a note to myself.
And then Jed will throw the scroll down on the table, or not like throw it, just kind of like toss it. Oh, as a matter of fact, I did take up on that offer. Cool. Or somewhere, this thing lights up like a candle.
Ah, yes. I also took part in the job offering. So it seems we will be working as a group.
Oh hell, it's not this no.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, nothing there, friend.
I say we all bring quite unique personalities to our the adventure. It could be up ahead, and who knows? Perhaps our skills will be all useful.
So what are y'all looking to get out of this exactly? I'm just kind of looking for adventure and to find new things and maybe make a little bit of money out of it too. But what are y'all looking for?
Well, for starters, money for sure, and then after that, artifacts sound quite useful. Whether they be powerful in their own right, I'd be more than happy to keep a few for myself.
Jed will lean back up, drop the scarf, take a swig, pull it back up. I'm looking for the next challenge. Not many bounties lately have been giving me enough of a challenge, and this lady's speaking of these very rare artifacts of some sort. I'm sure there's something strong guarding it.
Anuria continues to froth around his beer, and he'll answer Halladin. I'm simply looking for direction and a little bit of money at the moment. He just continues kind of looking somberly at the beer.
Jed will kind of look at Anuria and then make a comment and say, "You guys are talking about you never seen anything like me before. What the hell is that thing over there talking?"
Anuria will just break his gaze from the frothing beer in front of him, and he'll just go, I am simply an inhabitant of the land. But you said something about that whatever you were fighting, neither of you won. How does that even work exactly?
Got these eyes to show for it. Lost everything else. My hand ain't quite looking like it used to. Kind of laughs a little bit, holds his demon hand up.
Anuria looks him over. Well, my hands have something to show as well. He kind of like reaches in a pocket and pulls out nothing. He flips him off. Imagine asking me what I am when you're a little whatever the fuck you are.
Jed whips out the revolver, points it at him.
Whoa! I feel like tensions are rising a little too quickly at this table. We're all, co-workers at least here. Don't
Want
need
to do
to
that
kill each other
again,
just
Bird?
yet.
Try it. See how quickly I pull the trigger.
I don't understand what the
I am
problem
not a
is.
bird.
I am not a bird.
Anuria does that to me all the time, and he told me that it's because he likes me. So I don't know why you're getting so offended by it.
Yes, exactly. It is a local greeting.
Jed will holster the revolver and sit back down. You guys watch yourselves, alright?
What a unique character indeed.
Jedediah hears a whisper in his mind real quick. Simply saying in Anuria's voice, pathetic.
Ooh.
But he clearly doesn't. He clearly doesn't say it. He just goes back to like swiveling around his beer.
Wait, what did he say?
He called him pathetic.
He said that in O'Near's mind?
No.
No, in Jed's mind.
Jed's.
Jedediah.
Oh, all right. Jed, you are able to kind of think a response back to him, whether you know this or not.
Yeah, he'll just take note of it for now. Here showed his kind of quote unquote power of the situation. I don't think he needs to go back to that.
Actually, technically, he needs to roll a DC if he wants to figure out if it's an area, and he can't answer back to me. Telepathy is only one way.
Well, I thought.
Yeah.
Well, if you'd like to try to figure out what that was, then you can roll a.
Roll a
even-
check.
Do I
Would you-
have
would
to?
you-
I mean, it's pretty obvious
Yeah.
that it's
I mean-
got to be him. If someone's whispering pathetic in my mind, and I just point a gun at this bird,
Is it?
Is it?
I don't know. I
it's-
can roll
it's-
perception if you want.
It's up to you. But you can't 100% say it is. You
Well-
get what I'm saying? You don't know it's him.
Who can say if either of us won?
Shed will notate that someone called him pathetic, and he'll
Bro,
audibly
it could have been the literal demon in your mind. Who
he'll
knows?
audibly scoff. All right. Goes back to drinking. Scarf down, scarf up. Why the hell the tension's all on me? What the hell? What do you guys do? You look like a cleric. What about you over there?
Yes, Mr. Cleric Man.
What's your name?
What is your story? I heard you volunteer as soon as the speech was done. He's passed out on the table.
Bitter?
What? Sorry.
He's 100% passed out.
Passed out.
Literally
Yep, passed out. I had a beer and I passed out.
You're passed out on the table.
Okay.
We're asking you what your deal is. Who are you? What are
Yeah,
you doing?
who are
here?
you? What's your story?
I'm preaching the good word of Ouija to the people.
The hell's a Ouija juice?
My deity, you fucker.
You clerics are so weird. All your gods and goddesses.
Says the man with no face. It's quite interesting.
Says the man who lost to a demon. Maybe if you had worshipped one, it would have helped you.
The worshiping
Demon
demons
worshiper. Oh my.
is quite
Well,
quite
let's
the
just
crew
say
indeed.
Let's just say that I haven't made a deal with no demon, but we've come to terms. That's for sure.
Nah, that's interesting. I said a god, but you have a demon inside of you, or whatever the hell's going on with you. You are an interesting one indeed. Anaria sees that he's clearly the only one that's really slugging out his beer besides Haladin, and he'll just slide him over his beer. You can have that if you want. And he scrambles back up onto his chair.
Scrambles.
Yeah, you gotta remember, Anaria's only like 4 or 5.
Can
He's very tiny.
this is kind of, I guess, OSC. Can alcohol have no effect on him?
What?
No.
I don't know. This man's a bit of a chatter when he's a couple beers in.
he'll station the second drink near him. Kind of grab it, slide it over slightly.
Hey, listen, man. Drinks have to do with your constitution. Are you hardy enough to pull down enough drinks?
Yeah, let's we'll roll a con save right now.
Con save. Are you
Yeah.
drunk after a beer?
Nat 20! Get the fuck out of
What?
here.
But he's just fine.
I'm just fine. I'll take 2 more.
He's quite sober.
He's quite sober, yeah.
The beer hydrated him. That's
Yeah,
Yeah, it's actually just
it
hydrated.
sated the demon.
Yeah.
By
Bash is
the
the
end of the night,
bastard
it's
for
a
now.
battle. It's a battle between Jedediah and the beers. To say if either of us won.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
All I'm saying, Jedediah, is I'm creating a catalog of your one-liners.
Okay.
And it is going to be great.
I can't wait to see it at the end.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I did that with one of my college profs who couldn't speak English. I cataloged everything he said that was like just either wrong or he said it in a way that just it sounded like a completely different word.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. So as you guys are sitting here, all of your scrolls light up, and they all red dots glow on them.
Yeah.
Now they all ignite on one end, and they like unravel themselves and fold into a almost like a conical shape. The point of the conical being on fire, and they all kind of point in the same direction. Like they all snap to that position as they catch on fire, unravel, and form a cone in one like swift action.
Well, this seems to be our call.
Yes, I think it's time.
We should.
Damn it! Looks like I'm not going to bed anytime soon.
Well, looks like the bell's rung. And then Jed will grab the other beer and just chug it.
As you guys follow these scrolls turned pointers, they lead you to a fairly large house. It's got a roof that's completely open, furnished, and then it's got the first floor is pretty open, but mostly it looks like a cooking area. And then as you make your way up the stairs to the second floor, it's got a large table with about 15 chairs surrounding it.
Yep, same here.
That makes you Paladin. Wherever Paladin goes in there, he'll just cozy up next to him.
Jed will just stand by a chair. Hands on the belt.
Hands on the belt.
All right, so you guys all take a seat, and over the next 30 minutes, everyone else, like other people, trickle in. Nobody that you saw from yesterday. Others trickle in and take seats. And finally, after everybody is sitting down for about 5 minutes, there's a large, diverse group of people here, all different races. There's a pair of tieflings that are sitting next to each other. There's a wood elf with a dark green cloak, and there's a half orc, and there's a human female with pretty normal clothes, pretty commoner clothes. The rest have looks like more expensive clothes, maybe meant for exploration or meant for sneaking around, meant for combat, maybe. But everyone's kind of dressed a little differently and looks a little different from each other and from you guys as well. This room is currently just a large group of misfits. And finally, after a few minutes, Liliana comes up the stairs and takes a seat at the table. Now, I thank you all for joining me here tonight. She walks around after she sits down. She kind of puts a stack of papers into a nice neat pile, and then pulls out a tray with a couple stones on it. And she walks around with this tray and gives one of these average looking stones to each of you. And to the other 5 as well.
The 5
She
and
sits
5.
back down. I mean, you guys are all just kind of around the table. There
Well,
are
say
5
like
of you.
it's us 5, and then there's like another 5.
Correct.
Okay.
And after giving a stone to each person at the table, she sits down and takes the final stone and puts it in front of herself and puts the tray on a nearby bar cart, sits down. She hands a piece of paper to each person as well. Kind of just hands the whole pile to you, O'Neill, and just take one and pass the rest. And
O'Neill will take one and pass
O'Neill will keep all of them.
O'Neill keeps all the papers.
She gives one of these papers to each of you. And I will need each of you guys to make a perception check.
Perceptioning.
12.
Perception.
20.
2. Natural 1.
4.
Oh my god, they're all over the place.
So we got. Then Hal's is still rolling.
Yeah,
I got 17. Dang.
Okay. Hal, Jed, and Decimus. You guys, as you take a paper and you pass the pile to the next person, you notice that your paper is different than the person's before you and is different than the next one on top of the pile. Each of you have a different paper. And each of them looks like a map. But each paper is slightly different, has a different area colored in, has a different area marked, and has different landmarks on it. She takes a look around at each of you, and she says, now, there are 10 different maps here. Each of you has one. And to prove yourselves and to accomplish this final task, I'm going to need each of you to perform as you would if you were on this team. If you were to be accepted, that is. Now, as I said, each of you has a different map, and as I'm sure you see in front of you, each of your maps has different details than the others. Some of these details are incorrect. Some of these details are meant to lead you astray. Some of these details are correct. And some will lead you right to your prize. There are enough things hidden around on each of these maps for each of you to bring back one item. What you're looking for is a very particular ring. There are 10 of these rings that are scattered around the city. It is up to you to work together as you would if you were in a group. And while working together, it's your job to understand which of the details on these maps are meant to slow you down and which ones are meant to bring you to the goalpost. Whatever a goalpost is, I don't know. We're in a medieval fantasy. And which of these details are meant to bring you closer to the goal. You're not able to complete this alone. None of these maps alone has enough information to lead you to one ring. Each of these rings is hidden well enough that it is nearly impossible to stumble upon it blindly.
Excuse me.
Given that, I urge you to work together. or don't, the 5 of you that appear with rings first will be chosen for this exquisite journey. As she grins, you may pick teams, you may pick partners, you may choose to go about it yourself, you may take maps from others, you may give your map to others, whatever you feel is best. But you better hope that you come back with one of these rings. Let the game begin.
Onir will stand up.
Okay.
Let us move. Those who wish to join me, we will collect these rings.
Jed will motion toward Onir. Well, you physically walk toward him.
What do you say, Haladin? I guess we go join them ourselves.
Hey, I got an idea, Nuria. Let's get with the guys that we were drinking with earlier. Let's not even worry about finding these stupid rings. Let's just take the maps from these other knuckleheads.
I had a similar proposition for them. I don't think the one that brandished a gun in the middle of nowhere has a problem with killing anyone.
Middle of the bar.
Gun.
Gun him down.
Here's more.
Reckoning draws near for you.
I didn't say nothing about killing nobody, but I mean, hell, you do what you want to do.
Are you guys just saying this like...
Yeah, like, can I, like,
No.
perception check?
Nuria is 100% whispering.
Okay. Hal, do you whisper well?
Probably.
Yeah, right? Like,
Oh, true.
All right. Well, Onir's going to start walking out. You're going to start walking out of the room. The game's begun. This is it. So I'm walking out of the room.
the Hunger Games,
Okay.
baby.
I will say, follow me if you wish, my friends. I know we shared some drinks. I'm more than happy to be with you in a group.
Nuria looks at Decimus. Make sure you come along as well, Decimus.
All right, sounds like a good plan. I don't have anyone else to go with, so would probably be a wiser decision than not.
And at a quick glance, what's the other 5 doing? Are they all just grouping together since it just seemed...
So they do not seem like they
Know
really
each other.
know each other a whole lot. The 2 tieflings immediately begin speaking amongst each other, and looks like they're like looking around the room, looking at each person, evaluating the situation, trying to figure out what to do next.
Are they speaking a certain language?
They're actually speaking common.
Okay.
But it's like quiet, like amongst themselves. You do hear like hints of syllables here and there, but you can make out just that it's at least common. The half orc is kind of looking around worriedly. Doesn't really know what to do next. The human female actually beats you to the stairs and is running out of the building. And
Running.
And then
Can Jed put his foot out to try and trip her?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
You said there's no combat, Mr. DM?
Onir
draws sword.
Give me a sleight of hand check, Jed.
21.
21.
Roll the 19.
Still sitting in your chair, you see her get up. Her and Onir get up at about the same time, and Onir says, come, my friends, we start a drink, and as he says that, you see her like start moving very quickly, and listening to Onir, you kind of just kick out your boot, and she just she hits your boot as she is turning, and so instead of face planting on the ground, her jaw just like against a wall. She gets back up. You hear her whisper something, and then she continues down the stairs, keeping eye contact with you.
Okay, can Jed say something to her?
Sure.
Yeah, as she like falls. Oh, watch your step there, man. I don't know what could be on the floor around here.
Damn.
All right, she still does that. She whispers something under her breath while looking at you, and continues down the stairs at a decent pace.
Damn, I was expecting a well. Looks like the bell's rung. because you just wrung her entire face against the wall.
Does like everyone look at this? It's like, oh.
It kind of stops the vibe in the room. Like everyone just like kind of falls silent and just watches her just face plant the wall.
Well,
yeah. So
this
that's
will
what
not
happened.
stop my quest.
Yeah.
Continue.
All right, I'm
Best
going
be
to get
on
up
our
and
way
follow
now.
follow O'Near and try and drag Anuria along with me.
All right.
As I don't know who's following me, but as we round the corner,
It's behind
and and I see everyone. Is everyone with me?
Yep.
I will lean back to the group and whisper. If there are 10 of us and 5 rings, if we kill the others,
10 rings.
yes. If there's the first 5, if we kill
Yes.
the other 5, we have to win this.
I mean, it doesn't exactly make sense that there's 10 of us and 10 rings. Everyone gets a shot. It wouldn't surprise me if 5 of them are fake.
It's a fair observation.
Oh, she says
I
some of that
say-
information ain't correct.
Perhaps we let the others at least begin their search. And if anything, we get them to get a ring for us.
I don't quite understand why we got to kill these people.
Perhaps, listen, perhaps killing is a little bit of an extreme solution, but take their ring is definitely something we will be doing if they get one before us.
Oh yeah, let's keep the killing to a minimum at the moment. Save
Says the guy who just tried to break a person.
Yeah, seriously.
Anuria was just about to
Yeah.
say that too.
O'Near looks very confused at your eyes.
Well,
you
got like
Pull the
finish.
gun on first sight
Yeah,
and
let
then
him
also
finish.
Let's keep the killing to a minimum.
Gotta save these bullets for some more worthy targets.
It's surprising for you to say that.
Listen, let's begin our search. Perhaps we'll be the first 5 to find the ring anyways.
How many exits are in this place?
There's the one front door, and then there's a couple windows on the bottom, or on each floor. There's a couple windows.
Jumps out
Okay,
window.
All right, we keep moving.
Rolls,
Let's keep
combat
moving,
rolls.
boys. Let's get out of the building at least.
Sure, yeah.
I mean,
Exit the building, yeah.
let us exit the building and then we'll review the maps.
Wait, what happened to
Anuria.
the stones that she... What's the purpose of the stones? Did I miss
Oh,
that?
I mean, you yes, keep them with you.
Okay.
Should
Puts
I
it
add
in
that to my
pocket.
inventory?
Rock.
Yeah, you can add that to your inventory if you like. Yeah,
What? Just stone?
Stone.
yeah, just like Liliana's stone or something. I don't know.
Custom item.
Whatever helps you recognize it.
And custom.
Inuria, as O'Near is talking about taking rings from people, perhaps murdering people for the rings, or taking maps, whatever it is. You hear a voice in your head. I like the way this one thinks.
Yeah.
Anuria just thinks to himself, is speaking to the Thanamus. I do too as well. We shall see how it goes. He is promising.
Who's this a reference to?
Me,
Oh dear? Okay.
smoke armor guy.
Yeah, okay.
By the way,
Yeah, by the way, my armor
didn't
is
know if you guys
smoking.
knew, but when
The
I
armor's
get up, my armor is still smoking.
Yeah.
When I sat down, there was smoke around my person because, like, no one could
Harmless,
sit,
odorless smoke.
I'm looking at
no
your
one
character
could sit
sheet.
to the left or right of me without being, a little slightly disturbed by the amount of smoke falling off my armor.
Smoldering
Just
armor.
never stops.
Like that Whitest Kid You Know sketch where the dude dyes his hair blue and wants everybody
Yeah.
to know that his hair is blue.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I'll
All
read
right.
my map. Oh,
We're actually going to end there.
That's what I
Okay.
figured, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. I also figured, but hey, I don't know how much further we were going.
I also figured that. But...